as we all deal with this pandemic in the United States, clearly globally, actually, there's the issue of masks and compliance with wearing masks. Look, if you walk down the street here in New York City, you'll see almost everybody wearing a mask, but that's not the case nationwide, nor is it the case in certain companies when you go to work. Ethan Wolff-Mann is taking a look at this issue for us. What have you got?
Well, essentially, this has been kind of an interesting problem. A lot of companies announced mandatory mask policies earlier this year. You have Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, McDonald's. So across the, industries of retail, restaurants, and airlines, this is something that, companies are asking people to do. And now, obviously, we have seen a few incidents like the Sesame Palace theme park where an employee was assaulted for asking, it within sort of the gentle policy of, not particularly aggressive, please wear your mask. There's a lot of residual anger. And so what I'm hearing from various sectors is that everyone has a separate way of dealing with this. And a lot of the challenges really are going to people who are just the normal workers who don't usually have this as part of their kind of employment portfolio. And so this has really put a lot on, employees who we're not really involved with security. Some people are shoplift trained, but generally there's a non-confrontational bent here. Now, this isn't the case with airplanes because there's really nowhere else for you to go. And so that's why we've seen, Airlines for America have guidance to many airlines, to Delta and other companies, acting fairly strongly to, have do not fly lists for the duration of the pandemic. And meanwhile, restaurants will generally allow people to come in, even if they don't wear a mask. They'll try to seat them far away. But it really, I guess the bottom line here is it puts a lot of these people in a very, very tough decision because you don't want to alienate your customers and you don't want to alienate your workforce and the other customers who may feel uncomfortable when masks are not worn. So the other bottom line here is things are getting better since the beginning of the pandemic till now. We have seen a huge jump in compliance. So that's the good news here.
We're seeing compliance. I'm curious, though, and I might have missed this, Ethan. Have the labor unions specifically, and it's different labor, different sectors, but are they taking a unified stand on this?
Not that I've necessarily seen, across all of the labor unions, but generally employees have been frustrated with the fact that there is kind of non-confrontational and non-enforcement. Generally, people will be referred to, here's the sign. If you can't wear a mask, do you have a medical reason to not wear a mask? And then kind of taking it from there and having a dialogue with the person. Generally, when someone has come to kind of start something and has a confrontational mindset, that is sort of where the real problem is. But I've heard from employees that they're very frustrated with the fact that, they just kind of let them in and that's sort of the way it shakes out.
Ethan Wolff-Mann, thank you very much. And Ethan's story is on the yahoofinance.com webpage.